Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Some Guys Takes. Fresh off of a crazy wild card weekend. How you doing, guys?
I love football.
Me
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Me too. Zauer's not joining us tonight. He's busy working on a conference, big boy duties. So it's just the three of us. I figured we would get into something that we've never done before tonight on this
Uh-oh.
episode of SGT. We have a Instagram question to answer.
Oh,
So this wasn't actually
fun.
sent. This wasn't actually sent in as like a question for us using the podcast, but I figured I would. So we'll answer on the podcast because I thought it was a good question. Here goes. This is from at Liam O'Hanley. Out of the four of you, who is the best at calling games? You should start a team record. I thought I would share that with you guys. What do you guys think about that? Out of the four of us, who's the best at predicting games and making calls on games? I think I'm the worst. So I'm gonna rule myself out now.
Okay, well then I'm next.
Yeah, I think it's between Jake and Zyler. Jake's been really good at calling games. Here's the thing. We tracked our predictions last year on the podcast, but we didn't do it this year. Just because we didn't do as many predictions.
I had like a 15 game lead by like
Yeah.
week 10.
Yeah, I think Jake won last year. But I think it was close between you and Zyler, but I was dead last. So, but we didn't do it. We didn't even do it every week. We didn't do it consistently, but I think it's definitely between you and Zyler. I mean, Zyler's not here to back his own case, but
I'll back
No.
Zyler's case for him and then I'll back my case.
okay.
I think I'm better when it comes to just straight up calling games. Like no analysis needed, just who do you think is going to win? Um Zyler will give you analysis as to why that team will win. Um so I maybe him, probably him.
Yeah,
I think I
Zyler will
would think
convince you to
yeah.
join his side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that doesn't always mean he's right.
No, but he's so convincing it works.
He is. He knows how to set up an argument.
That
That's
is
the
a
thing.
Yeah.
I
that is
hate
a
debating with
great
Zyler on the. Now that he's not here, we can talk about him behind his back. Um, I hate
but we
debating
are
with
coming
Zyler on this
after Zyler.
podcast because I don't know how to come back against any of his arguments. I'm like, that's a good point. You're right.
That's all you can say to Zyler.
Yeah, that's it. So love
We
you,
love you
Zyler.
so much, Zyler. I love you so much, man.
Yeah, I mean
Anyways,
it works.
yeah, feel free. Anyone listening, send in any questions to the guys. We'll answer them. Um,
At Liam O'Hanley, I'm going to make the case that I am the best at calling games. And Zyler is going to make his case as to why he's the best at calling games in the next episode when he's here.
there you go.
And
We'll get Zyler's response.
maybe Liam's right. We should keep track of this
I think we
and
should.
start like a tally and post that on our Instagram or
100%.
If
That's
you
something we could do.
if you guys are wanting to know, I'm 5-1 in the wild card weekend.
damn, I got two wrong.
I got I got two right
Oh,
over the wild card weekend. I've got a funny story to share actually.
okay,
So
God.
every single pick that I made, not every pick that I made was wrong, but the only two picks that I did make that were right were the Texans beating the Browns and the Chiefs beating the Dolphins. Every other game that I picked, I was incorrect. The Bills ended up beating the Steelers. The Lions beat the Rams. The Packers upset the Cowboys. That was the only upset I didn't take.
That was
And
the only one I didn't take either.
and the Bucks beat the Eagles. So last week I took Eagles, Steelers, Rams, Cowboys. All those teams lost. When I watched the Browns Texans game, I wore my Browns jersey and the Browns lost. And when I watched the Kansas City game, I didn't wear my Kansas City jersey and they won.
Oh my
Isn't that
God.
wild? Isn't that
You
kind
are
of
a
crazy?
curse.
Like every game that I picked was wrong. But the two games that I did pick, when I physically manipulated my own luck into it by wearing a jersey, it went wrong.
Can I add to that
Yeah,
actually?
please do.
I know you guys know this, but our listeners don't. So I'm gonna share another story to add to that. Um, when I was growing up, every sports jersey that I got as a gift ended up going to waste about 6 months later at the most, I would say, because the players that I would get either got traded. I know you guys won't know who this is, but I had a Haloti Nada jersey. He was an offensive lineman for the Ravens, and he's super good, like one of the best ever. And I got his jersey for my birthday, which is in and around the time that preseason starts, and they traded him 3 days after I got my jersey. It was
Yeah,
like
that's
a
crazy. That's
it was like
happened
a
to you a couple times now.
it was like a $200 jersey, and and 3 days later the guy ended up getting traded. Um, or they just outright get kicked out of the league for reasons.
Yeah, reasons.
Reasons.
What
So,
kind of reasons?
um,
Or we
re
don't have to talk about that.
reasons that we shouldn't talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good choice.
However, my first jersey, I'll tell you who my first jersey was. I had a Vikings Adrian Peterson jersey because growing up, when I first started watching football, Adrian Peterson was like a rookie. It was like around like his like second, third year maybe. And his rookie year, he broke the rushing record for most rushing yards in a single game. I think it was either by a rookie or all time, but it was one of the two. Um, and then in his second or third year, he won MVP. Or no, I think that was later. He won MVP, but he was putting up like Christian McCaffrey numbers without catching the ball. Like he was putting up like 2,000 yards without catching the ball.
Yeah. I never watched him, but I know he was insane. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a machine. I'll say
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that was the first jersey I owned. But yeah, I feel you on that bad luck there, Nate, because
Yeah. It's all
every
good.
time I got a jersey, they got traded. But now I've
It's
got
a
a good
thing.
collection. I've got a good collection of like vintage jerseys. Uh, I've got two Lowry jerseys, even though he's not on Toronto anymore. And unfortunately, I have a Utah Donovan Mitchell jersey.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
So I
You got
don't
it like
think
the
it's
year
that
before
one.
he got traded too, I'm pretty sure.
I did.
Yeah.
I did get it the year
Yeah.
before he got traded. It's all good.
I would definitely get a Cavs Donovan Mitchell jersey. I think that'd be sick.
That would be nice.
That's a sweet jersey, I think.
Carson, do you have any jerseys that you got them and then the person got shipped elsewhere?
No.
No.
No, I guess I don't know. I have a Marshawn Lynch jersey and he's not shipped, but he doesn't play.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
the
that
closest I
yeah.
have. Everything else I've got DK Metcalf.
He'll be gone in a year or two.
No. And I've got a Kenneth Walker and I've got a Josh Allen. So
I have a
everyone's
Kyle
still where they
Kuzma
should be.
Lakers jersey that I always forget about.
I
When they
can't
won
I
the
can't
championship in
believe
2020.
I can't believe you actually bought a Lakers Kyle Kuzma jersey.
I know. I don't know why I did. Anyways, let's get into these games. Let's start talking about some
Yeah,
football.
we can talk about it.
Okay. Let's talk about the first Saturday game. The Texans ended up beating the Browns to advance to the divisional round, beat them 45-14. This was just like a totally dominant game by Houston. I mean, I don't think any of us really thought the Browns had a chance. You know, everyone's injured. Joe Flacco starting at quarterback, and it ended up biting the team in the butt. What do you guys think?
Um, I think Houston. Okay, I'm gonna compare Houston to another AFC South team. Do you guys remember? Obviously, you'll remember this. The year that the Titans went to the AFC Championship game and they played the Chiefs. It was the first year that Mahomes went to the Super Bowl. The Titans, I think, were 5-7, something like that, to end the like going into like week 15 or 14. Ended up winning four straight games to go 9-7. Then beat Tom Brady in his last game as a Patriot. Beat MVP Lamar Jackson, Baltimore, and then barely lost to the Chiefs in their first Super Bowl run. This is kind of like what Houston is reminding me of a little bit. A team that's like coming together because they've kind of been in a, oh, we need to be winning games or we're not going to the playoffs situation since week 12, it feels like. So they've kind of been in that playoff mindset. Cleveland hasn't. Cleveland, I think they clinched in like week 16, something like that. So they did take their foot off the gas a little bit. Naturally,
They were
you would.
coasting. They were coasting for a little
Yeah.
while. Yeah.
But I think that, and like I'll say this about like most teams, but they've just, same with Green Bay, and we'll talk about them later. But they've been in a position where they've been needing to win games for the last 2 months.
So they're just used to winning, just trying to win everything that they can. And while other teams, on the other hand, have been like, okay, let's take
Well,
it easy.
and like obviously every team is preparing to win. But
No,
I
yeah, I
think
know.
that-
I get what you mean though.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Could
think
be
the
a filter.
Texans. I don't think the Texans are going to beat the Ravens, so they'll be gone. But
Well,
I think that we can
I
expect.
mean, I hope not.
as a Ravens fan, like I'm not nervous because this is the best Ravens team I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Well, maybe not ever, but
Yeah.
this Houston team kind of scares me a little bit because they're so explosive on offense.
That's
should
what I
say.
mean. I expect the Texans to be in the playoffs for the next few years, and I don't know. I have high hopes for CJ Stroud. He looks great.
Oh, yeah.
One thing we have to remember is this team is still so young. I mean, Nico
Yeah.
Collins, is Nico Collins a rookie?
No, I don't think so.
Tank Dell's the rookie, right?
Yeah, Tank Dell's
Yeah.
the rookie.
And Stroud. I don't know how many years Nico Collins been in the league of that actually. But I was gonna say this team is still young. They've got he's 24, so he's been in the league a couple of years. But this team's so young. They're gonna have a lot of years left. This Browns team somehow clinched the 5 seed. I'm gonna say they got lucky by clinching the 5 seed.
I think so.
And the Texans, like you said, Jake, were just ready to go all season. And
I'm also a firm believer of football is the game of surprises. Like the element of surprise is your best friend in football. And I think that because this team is so young and because this team is they're playing like a newer style of football. So it like obviously professionals can adapt and they'll be able to adapt to this. But just like how Lamar's first MVP was, how nobody had ever seen a quarterback run like that since like Michael Vick 15 years prior, right? 20 years prior. So it's really hard to prepare for that if you've never seen it in front of you.
Right.
Too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I agree. I think the element of surprise is it can be used as a strong weapon.
Yes.
It can be used against you really easily. But no, yeah, a lot of the teams do use it in their favor. And Houston's one of them. They've got so much talent that you haven't seen much of yet. But
that's why trick plays work like one time and then you can't use it again.
Yeah. High risk, high reward, basically. Yeah.
Like the Philly special.
Yeah.
We'll never see that be ran again. Like ever.
We might see an attempt.
Maybe.
Haven't we already?
Yeah. Wasn't there a Philly special run this year?
Yeah, there was. That's what I feel
Was
like.
there?
I think there was.
I'm trying to remember what team was it. It
I was
wasn't
gonna say, I feel
Seattle.
like
Was it?
I don't think there was.
I think there was. Hold on, I'm gonna do research.
Well, I mean, Derrick Henry has thrown for a few touchdowns this year, but they don't run
he's
Philly
thrown
specials.
for a few. They didn't
just
run the Philly
run-
special though.
They just run straight Wildcat to him. Anyways, we're getting off topic from the game. CJ Stroud had a damn near perfect game here. 15 of 21 for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns with a 157.2 passer rating. Damn near perfect because perfect is 158.3.
Damn.
So 1.1 off.
Yeah.
It also helped that Houston got 2 pick sixes on back-to-back drives in this game.
hmm
But that's it for this game, really. I mean, Houston's gonna lose next week, but go Houston.
I mean, maybe. We never know.
Nobody's gonna know.
We never know.
Okay, I can't find it, so maybe it wasn't this year.
I feel like I saw something similar around. I don't know.
may-
Maybe there
I don't
wasn't.
know. I
I
thought
could
I
be
did
wrong.
too. So, but I can't find anything.
Maybe it was a similar attempt, but not quite like it. I don't know.
Anyways,
Anyways, let's move on to the next game if you guys are good with that.
Yes.
I'm good with that.
Me too. Okay. So Kansas City beat the Dolphins. So they move on to play Buffalo next week.
I'm not really surprised that Kansas City beat Miami, because Miami lives in Miami.
Miami had
And
so much going against them.
yeah, and not minus 27-degree Missouri.
Yeah.
So
That was definitely like the biggest factor of this game. Like it can't not be the biggest factor of this game.
It's
it
gotta
was.
be.
It's gotta
It,
be.
it was so cold, Mahomes' helmet chipped.
Yeah. That doesn't happen. Like that doesn't
No.
normally happen.
You
This
know
was an
that
odd game.
technically, you know that technically, if a player's helmet breaks, um, you're supposed to take a timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
they
they
didn't
didn't. Yeah. And the Chiefs
because
didn't. They just ran him off and stopped the clock and then started
yeah,
it again.
yeah, because never mind,
Because the refs love.
never mind. You can say it. Never mind.
They know. Everyone knows.
The listeners
It's
know.
not a secret.
Just
Yeah, it's
if
nothing to even
if the
spill.
Bills get
You're saying
screwed,
it like it's a big like no one knows.
if the Bills get screwed again this year, I will be pissed.
I won't be.
Like I want the smoke with Buffalo in the AFC Championship game with Baltimore. Like I want
No, you
all
don't.
of the smoke.
You want
Yes, I
Kansas
do.
City because if Buffalo plays Baltimore, Buffalo has the
No,
best shot at making
I
the Super Bowl.
want all the smoke with Buffalo.
Dude, this is going to bite you in the ass. I
No,
hope
it's
you know
not gonna
that.
bite me in the ass. I want all of the smoke with
All right.
Buffalo.
I love that you're both scared of Buffalo.
I'm not scared of Buffalo.
I'm not scared of Buffalo either.
I want
Okay,
the
sure.
smoke.
I am scared of Buffalo, actually. I will admit.
They're a juggernaut, but you know.
Josh
They
Allen's
are.
taking you both down this year.
Watching them play yesterday made me worried.
I still can't believe you thought the Steelers were gonna win. Okay, wait, sorry, we're not at
I
that game. We'll get
genuinely
there in a
believed
second.
it though. Here's the
sorry.
thing.
We're not there, but we
I
just sidetracked
genuinely
to
I
that.
know we're not we can jump there if you I genuinely believed it that the Steelers were gonna win.
I didn't.
No.
And I
I don't know.
told you, I gave you so many warnings.
Did you guys see Mike Tomlin's post game interview after this?
Yes.
Yes.
Walked out right after they said they started talking about contracts.
Yeah.
Do we think? I think he might be done. Like I think the Steelers might move on from him. Like yeah, he hasn't had a losing season yet, but his team is getting progressively worse and worse.
The Steelers weren't ready to be in the playoffs anyways, though. Like they couldn't have had much of a hope to win. I know that you're supposed to like have that morale and be like, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna make it all the way. But realistically, they squeezed in and they were not playing to the same caliber as the other teams in the playoffs.
They took it away. They took it away from like an Indianapolis team who could have had an interesting game with the Bills instead of, you know, the Steelers. T.J. Wattless.
Yeah, and that doesn't help.
Yeah, true. It also doesn't help that you don't have a starting quarterback. You have Mason Rudolph,
And
helmet cracker elite.
and Kenny Pickett sometimes.
He's not even playing.
I know.
Like Joe Flacco has more passing touchdowns this year than Kenny Pickett has in his career.
Yeah, see, neither of them are suitable options for a playoff run.
But Joe Flacco's got that old man experience.
He does.
You know. He knows what
does.
he's doing.
He understands the game.
I'm surprised that the Steelers put up a better fight than the Dolphins did against the Chiefs. The Dolphins, well, obviously the Dolphins were cold the whole
Pittsburgh,
time.
dude, Pennsylvania.
I know, that's true. You make a fair point about that, I guess.
It's
Um,
colder in Pennsylvania than it is in Missouri.
that's true. Well, I
So,
would just like to point out that the Steelers did put up
yes,
a better fight against the Bills than the Dolphins did against the Chiefs. Um, I'm still scared of the Bills. The Chiefs, Rashee Rice looks better. I like him. I like Rashee Rice a lot, actually. Um, but yeah, Buffalo makes me nervous.
I took Isaiah Pacheco for first touchdown scorer in this game, and of course the one time that I put Isaiah Pacheco to be the first touchdown scorer, he
He's not.
doesn't score the first
Yeah,
touchdown.
yeah. And
I've
he's
done that
always their
three
first
times.
touchdown. He's like
I've done
always
that
the
three
first
times this
touchdown.
year. I know.
Yeah,
It's brutal.
yeah.
All right,
But
that's
yeah,
all I have. That's all I have for that Chiefs game.
yeah, me too.
I
I
did,
didn't have much else. I mean, I don't know.
No, it's about what I expected to happen.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought maybe the Dolphins would put up a bit more of a fight, but you can't really blame them either. We knew the Chiefs were going to come out on top.
All right,
yeah.
Carson, you know what time it is. I got a question for you.
I don't know what time it is, but go ahead.
It's Jake's question time.
Oh, is that like a All right, welcome back to Jake's question time. Go ahead.
Yeah. Um, I'd like you to pull out your script for me.
Listen, the script I told
No, no, no,
it was
no,
a
no, just pull out the script.
all right, I got the script.
You got the script?
I got the script.
Okay. Do you wanna tell me what the script says the Cowboys Packers score was gonna be?
Um yeah, so the first rough draft of the script said the score was going to be 31-14 for Dallas. And then yeah,
Well,
Jake.
you were close with Dallas's points. They scored 32.
Yeah,
Just Green Bay scored 48.
they did. Green Bay showed up.
What happened to 14 points, Carson?
Green Bay
I don't
shot
know.
on the
Like
Green Bay shot on the Cowboys. It was a shoot. It was a
they
shoot.
never
They went
gave
off
me
script.
they never gave me the final draft, so
Oh,
Fair enough.
I guess they kept the 31 range for Cowboys, but then decided to give Jordan Love his run.
nah.
Dude,
Jordan Love just said F the script.
Yeah.
so
Love
I
just
was
said we're
talking
gonna
about,
win.
like I was talking about a few minutes ago with the Texans, dude, this team looks awesome, right? And I see all the memes, and like I'm gonna jump on that little bandwagon train here. Um, Jordan Love looks his mannerisms look like Aaron Rodgers. Like he throws the exact same way. And I don't understand how they went back to back to back on elite quarterbacks because this dude is good. Like Jordan Love is a good football player. He can throw the ball. Um, and this team is young, explosive. They've got that element of surprise behind them. And Matt LaFleur is showing why he is a former coach of the year.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur has stepped it up this year.
He has.
Yeah,
And I heard this on a certain competitor's show. And I totally agreed with it. But the transformation from like week 8 to Sunday night for Jordan Love was astronomical. That's the word I'm going to use.
But
Um,
that's a little bit what I'm worried about. Like he needs to stay consistent. He's established himself as a great quarterback now,
yeah,
but
but
what's his future going to look like?
his team is also going to have just more time to practice together, and they're the youngest team in the NFL. So all their guys, like they're not paying anybody. The only guy they have to worry about paying next year is Jordan Love.
Right, but it wouldn't be the first time that a quarterback has had a great season and then fallen off. And
True,
then that goes for like all the rookie like CJ Stroud too. Like they look great, but we don't know what their future looks like.
true.
I think it's after one season or one like little bit of a season, it's hard to make snap judgments on these quarterbacks.
It's a small sample size.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm gonna overreact though because he looks like the second coming of one of the best quarterbacks to ever live.
I would love to watch Green Bay beat San Francisco this weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I would love
That would be
to see the
awesome.
Packers beat the Niners.
Me too.
I don't think it'll happen, but I would love it.
Packers Lions Super Bowl or Packers Lions NFC Championship.
Dude,
Yeah.
what if the Packers made the Super Bowl?
Yo, Packers Bucks NFC Championship. Could you imagine that?
That'd be crazy. That's insane. Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love.
Yeah, one of those teams going to the Super Bowl. That's wild.
Tampa Baker going up against Baltimore.
Damn.
A little part of me is rooting for Tampa. I like Baker.
Me too, dude. I love Tampa.
Yeah.
I also love the Green Bay right now. I like Green Bay a lot, and so funny that Dallas lost in the wild card round.
Green Bay
So
just like
funny.
totally shut them out in the first half.
They had control the whole time. They
Like-
dominated from the start, from the
Dak-
first play of the game.
This stat will help prove to show how much Green Bay had control of this game. Jordan Love went 16 of 21. Oh, he had almost identical stats to Stroud, by the way. I should add that.
Mm-hmm.
16 of 21 for 272. So 2 yards less, 3 touchdowns, and a rating of 157.2. Remember, 21 attempts. Dak Prescott had 40 completions in the game. Sorry, 41 completions off 60 attempts. He should not be throwing the ball 60 times
No,
or be trying to throw the ball 60
No.
times.
but he had to. Another crazy thing is that Dallas led the game in total yards, passing yards, and time
I
of
don't think-
possession.
Yeah.
And Green Bay also led in penalties.
Yeah, that's
It
And
doesn't
Green
matter
Bay
because
dominated them the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Did you guys see that Kyle Shanahan started preparing for
I did.
the game against the Packers in the second quarter of this game?
Did he actually? I didn't see that. Did he
Yeah.
post it on X or Twitter?
It was
or
like an interview or something.
Oh.
Yeah, someone asked when he if he gave his team any rest in preparing for the Packers, and that was his response. Or he said something like there was but like I'm scouting both teams, but by midway through the second quarter, I only had my eyes on Green Bay. I think that's what he said, something like that.
Yeah, that was probably fair.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right, next game we're gonna go to Sunday night. Who played? Oh yeah, Sunday night, Lions and Rams.
Yes.
What a first quarter!
I mean, we knew this game was going to be awesome.
Yeah, we knew this game was going to be like an explosive, high scoring. Well, we thought it was going to be high scoring.
Yeah, it wasn't
but
that
the first-
high scoring. It was it was close the whole time though. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but it like after the first half, no one did anything on offense. The defense is just they figured everything out, but the Lions have won their first playoff game in was it 32 or 52?
32.
32 years. Yeah. First playoff win in 32 years.
Yeah.
Now they play the Bucks next week, and they are favorites to win that one too. Jared Goff looks like, again, this is a snap judgment like Carson was talking about earlier. Jared Goff, though, looks like he's going to lead this team for the next like 5-6 years, and they're going to have this result every single year. Matt Stafford really injured his hand in this game. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that
We
was gross.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was.
I don't know either. It just looked like a deep gash.
Yeah, it's just gross. But yeah, it was a really good game. I was really happy with the Detroit winning. And I was really happy that it was close because it kept me parked on my couch the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it
the
was a lot
first
of fun.
half there was only one punt. Everything
Yeah.
else was a touchdown or a field goal.
It was awesome.
Yeah, this game was so much fun.
Yeah, the Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
Mm,
Yeah, I have them taking down the Niners.
mm,
Well, your script also said that the Cowboys were going to win 31 to 14.
The first draft of the script.
Yeah, but doesn't your
Listen,
first draft also?
everyone and their mothers are saying the Super Bowl is going to be Ravens Niners. I'm just presenting a different opinion. An opinion that I think would be fun. Bills Lions would be an awesome game.
I agree.
You know what they should do too if they do have Bills Lions? They should play it in Michigan. Or sorry, not in Michigan. They should play it in like I don't know, where's somewhere cold. What's right below us, not Michigan? What's right below Michigan? I don't even remember.
What do you?
What state is below Michigan?
I don't know.
Play it there so it's in like a massive heap of snow. So that because Detroit and
Yeah.
Buffalo.
I can't change the Super Bowl.
No, I know.
They should just put artificial snow all in.
Yeah,
They should. They
they
should
should
give
put artificial snow in all the seats and then pay the Vegas fans to shovel it
to
out.
come and shovel it. Yeah,
they could use snowballs.
they were
Yeah,
doing that at this Bills game, the
Yeah, I
Wildcard game.
know. They did it against Miami last year too. I remember that.
yeah. George Pickens dropped the ball in the end zone, and I'm pretty sure he dropped because there was a snowball coming his way. He saw it out of the corner of his eye.
Really?
Maybe.
I want to shout.
Just a
Oh my
rumor
God.
you're starting.
I want
No,
to
it was a
shout
real
out.
play. It was a real play. He dropped the ball in the end zone when a snowball was coming at him. But I don't know. I don't think that's why he dropped. I don't know.
It could be. It
Could have been
be.
why he dropped it.
Yeah, you never know.
Allegedly.
That's what we're hearing.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
That's what I'm making up. All right, go on, Jake.
I want to shout out who could be offensive rookie of the year, but I doubt he will be. Puka Nacua. Not only did he set the rookie record for receiving yards and receptions for a season, he also just set the record for most amount of receiving yards in a playoff game by a rookie. He had 181 yards in this game. What?
Yeah, he is unreal.
Yeah, where did he come
He's-
from?
He came out of the 5th round.
He was
I
a
know, that's
steal
insane.
of the draft. That's
He gets
crazy.
he gets to live his best life in LA, and he gets to play football, and he's actually incredibly good at it.
Now, who's winning offensive rookie of the year? CJ Stroud or
Stroud.
Puka Nacua?
CJ Stroud.
It'll be CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Especially if they actually, I know it's a regular season award, but if they, in some otherworldly dimension, if they beat the Ravens this weekend,
How could you not take that into consideration?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that'll definitely like lock it in place that he wins the award.
Mm-hmm.
I think he
it-
wins it regardless.
Yeah,
to be
isn't
honest.
he
Yeah.
already a clear favorite?
Yeah, I think he's gonna win it regardless.
He deserves it,
Oh, 100%.
but I think Puka also is deserving of.
Yeah, can they
Some recognition for that.
co-award this year?
Yeah,
I feel like both of them deserve it.
I agree.
Yeah, but only one person gets to win it.
I know, obviously.
God, I remember the year that Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott got drafted into the league, and Dak Prescott won Rookie of the Year, but Ezekiel Elliott went up with them, and they accepted it as co-winners.
That's
Oh.
what they should do.
That's what that just reminded me of. Oh,
Did they actually do that? I didn't know that.
yeah, because like their rookie year, they went 13-3, and they were the 1 seed, and then they lost in the divisional round. Obviously, they lost in the divisional round, but they went up and accepted the award together. It was the
Damn.
cringiest thing I've ever seen. You have to look it up. Like it's hilarious.
I think we can also agree that Dak Prescott's MVP odds are
0,
significantly lower
0.
than they were before.
Yeah,
I was on the Dak Prescott MVP wagon too. I was riding that train for a few weeks.
Everybody was though,
Yeah.
man.
But it's Lamar. Let's be real. It's Lamar.
Yeah.
It's
Yay.
got to be Lamar.
It can't
Yay.
not be Lamar.
It should be Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
It should be
Yay.
Christian McCaffrey.
it should. But
Let's be real. Yeah, if we're being even more real, it's Christian. But
Like
when I say
Christian
like
should win MVP and Tyree actually
Christian,
no, flip it. Christian McCaffrey should and is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Tyreek Hill should win MVP.
offensive
you said rookie.
player of the year.
That's what I meant. Offensive
I
player.
know
Oh
you
of the
boy.
Yeah, I know you meant.
So they both can win something. Not on like honestly, Lamar's played really, really good this year, but like none of these quarterbacks are deserving of an MVP.
No.
Not
No,
more
I
than
agree.
Christian.
It should be Christian McCaffrey or Tyreek Hill. But
Yeah.
it's not. The MVP
But
is
it
a
won't be.
quarterback exclusive award, it feels like. So
Is what it is.
yeah, it is what it is.
All right, we got one more game to talk about. One more game. Probably my favorite moment of the NFL season. This is the one where Tampa Baker takes down the tush push.
They stopped the tush push, dude.
And then beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, dude.
The 49ers said it when they beat them earlier in the year that they just showed everybody the blueprint on how to beat the Eagles, and now you just had to use it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it works.
What a season-ending collapse for Philadelphia, though.
I
To
know.
start 10-1, you finish what they finish 10-6? No, 11-5.
11-6.
11-6. Sorry, because there's 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting that. Finish 11-6 and then get wiped in the first round.
By
That's-
Tampa Baker.
Tampa Baker.
Yeah.
I hope they make some noise against Detroit. I hope they do really, really well.
It was a lot of fun to like. I don't know. I like Baker. I really like Baker. And then watching his post game interview, he was a lot more mature than I remembered him being. He sounded like a real like leader and like he knew what he was doing.
I think he got very humbled.
Yeah,
because
probably.
he was a very bratty human.
Yeah. Well, and I think he's found his home here in Tampa Bay.
He has.
I hope so. I
They do, 'cause they
really
don't
like
look
him
good.
in Tampa.
I
Yeah.
keep seeing the memes, but I genuinely think this is the reason. Remember when Carolina last year had him doing like lining up at D tackle for the backups so that they could practice out like getting their plays off? Like Carolina
Yeah.
used him like horribly.
Mhm.
And now he's got a team that like actually wants him and a team that looks like is going to put their trust in him for now. And now he's not like it's not like the media's all over him because when he went to Cleveland, that was a mess. That's the word I'll use. That was a mess when
Yeah.
he walked into Cleveland. And he did the best with what he could. He had a winning record there, I'm pretty sure, before he left. If not, then it was close to 500.
He won a playoff game for Cleveland.
He did.
Yeah.
He should have won 2.
He should have
I'm a
won
firm
2.
believer he should have won 2.
I love Baker Mayfield. I loved him with Cleveland, and I was pretty bummed when he got traded. But he's been solid in Tampa. Last year he didn't have a great year, obviously, coming off all of his injuries and stuff. I think everyone knew he wasn't going to have a good year. But now
Yeah.
this year, he is full force. Like, this is Baker Mayfield now. Like, I feel like he's peaking, and I'm worried about the Lions.
People are forgetting that this is the same Tom Brady-led Super Bowl team that won a ring 2 years ago. Now, no, 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. And the only thing that is pretty much different is Leonard Fournette's not there. They got a better running back. And Baker Mayfield is starting at quarterback and not Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
This is still the same team.
And no one's gonna fill Tom Brady's shoes, but Baker's doing a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, and I think we forgot that for the entire season is that this Tampa Bay team they're all still Super Bowl champions. We got to remember that.
Yeah.
So I can't count them out. I
Well,
think
not all,
I would still take the Lions to beat them, I think, but yeah, they deserve to win that game.
I'm
That
excited
was-
for their future. I'm excited to watch them next year.
Me too. Me too.
I-
I love Tampa.
Sorry, Zyler, but the Falcons are not going to win the South next year, no matter what they do in the offseason. The
Even if
Bucks,
they
I
get
think,
Bill.
even if they get Bill with it,
which is
Jesus.
crazy.
Um, I think this team is only going to get better, and I think they're only going to go up from here. So I do see them having this division on lock for a little while, kind of like what we thought the Jags were going to do. You know, how we thought the Jags had the division on lock for like the next like 4 years.
What we thought.
Well,
So we never
yes,
really
we
know.
thought. We
So
never
maybe
know.
the Falcons will take it.
But the Bucks, well, actually, but Baker Mayfield's not a rookie like Trevor Lawrence is.
You
But
never know.
don't even get me started on Jacksonville, man. Don't even get me
Yeah.
started. That's
Yeah.
another mess for another time.
Do we want to get into some playoff predictions or game predictions? Divisional
Yeah, let's
Do
do
it.
our
playoff round
divisional
games.
predictions.
All right, so the schedule's out. Saturday this weekend at 4:30, Texans are playing the Ravens. Are we gonna 3-2-1 this one?
Yep.
3-2-1. Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's easy. That's an easy take, I think. What's the spread on this game?
7.5.
Wow. I was expecting 5.
28-13.
That what your script says?
28-13 for the Ravens.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a little high.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's going to score more points than 13, I think.
I think the defense will be too much for him.
I think so too, but I think they're going to get more than 13. I think 21 is safe. Nah, maybe 17 actually.
I was gonna say
Maybe
31-21 for Baltimore.
31-21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking 34. I'm thinking 34-17.
All right. Locked in. Everyone's got the Ravens.
All right.
Next
God, I'm so excited to
Saturday.
see Lamar play in the playoffs, but I'm also so incredibly nervous. Like if they lose, you're not going to hear from me next week. I'll be honest, you're not going to hear from me.
All
Ooh,
right.
we're gonna be in Toronto for this game.
Oh, true. Forgot about
Might be a
that.
bad night for Jake.
Nah, they'll win. We'll be, I
And then
hope
and then
know what's
they
gonna
win.
Dreykus wins the middleweight
I
world
was going to
title.
say, you know what's going to happen is I'm going to be so mad that I put money, like put my everything on all the underdogs just so I can like feel good about myself and then watch none of the underdogs win except for Drykus.
Yeah,
Although is
Dreykus.
Drykus favored?
I don't
Actually,
know.
that's
We can talk about that after.
yeah.
Let's get through these games first, and we can run through some UFC for this weekend. Next Saturday game, we have the Packers and the 49ers. Anyone want to take the under? I'm not.
No, I'm gonna stick with the
I'm
Niners.
taking San Francisco. If I'm picking, I'm picking the 49ers.
Yeah, I mean you have to.
Jake,
You have to. Like you have to.
you can take the Packers if you want to.
I think I would take the Packers spread.
What is it?
8.5.
Oh yeah.
I think that's too many points to give them.
I think it'll
Like
be close.
I think this team is too explosive. Yeah, the Niners are experienced, but like I'm going with my heart here and not my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Niners are still going to win this game, but like I would love to see Jordan Love, get it, uh, beat the Niners.
Wait, you think they are going to beat them?
No, I said I would
Okay.
love it if they
Oh,
did.
you would love
I
it if
would
they did,
love to
okay.
see that too, but
Me
I
too.
gotta take
I
the
would too.
Niners.
No, I'm
Niners
so.
24-17.
I'm gonna go 31-24 Niners.
Nate's really thinking about this one.
I am, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it'll be like something abnormal, like
Scoregami.
36-32 or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Sunday, 3:00. Tampa's coming
Best
to
game of the weekend.
No, I would disagree.
Just remember the Chiefs and Bills play on Sunday.
Right. That's what I'm saying is the best game.
My bad. Not the best game of the weekend.
Second best game of the weekend. Here we go.
Second best game of the weekend. Second best game of the day.
I'm gonna take the Lions.
That's a huge spread.
What is it?
7. Well, it's 6.5.
That's
But
disrespectful
I see
to
it.
Baker.
7.
I think we're overestimating the Bucks. I think they're good, but they're not Lions good.
Give me the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions.
Give me the Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions too. I think it's hard not to take them right now. They looked so good against LA. Like they just look ready.
Tampa's
and
defense could cause problems for them though. Like very well.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I don't think it can
we'll
cause enough.
True.
see. I'm gonna take the Lions though.
Yeah, me too.
But the last game of the weekend, the best game of the weekend, obviously the Bills and the Chiefs. The Chiefs' first, or Patrick Mahomes' first road playoff game. How is this gonna go down?
Bills get their revenge.
37-20 Bills.
27-20 Bills.
37-20. I heard it here first.
I think it's gonna be 30-24 Chiefs with an overtime win.
Okay.
Okay. This is Buffalo's year to win this title, man. Actually, not the title. Sorry. This is their year to win the title of beating the Chiefs.
Go back. This is Buffalo's year to win the Super Bowl.
No, because this is Baltimore's year to win the Super Bowl. But
Okay.
because I want all the smoke with Buffalo, and because I want Josh Allen to walk into M&T Bank Stadium and try and run over Roquan Smith, I really think that the Bills are going to beat the piss out of the Chiefs. Like,
I think the Bills are more coordinated with each other at this point than the Chiefs are, if that makes sense.
it does. Nate, and I'm really sorry that I think that they're going to lose by a significant amount, but
Okay.
I don't think you're going to have a fun Sunday.
I understand, but I just
Like
don't see Patrick Mahomes not
Yeah.
making the AFC Championship.
Yeah, it's still the Chiefs. You
It's
can't
still the
count 'em
Chiefs
out.
playing the Bills.
Dude, Tom Brady after his third Super Bowl didn't make another one until 10 years later.
I'm not saying he's making the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm saying
but
he's
you
making the
can't
AFC chip.
you
I-
can't compare everything to the past though.
No,
I'm
you
not.
can't.
I
That's right.
trust Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes over Buffalo.
That's fair. I don't think you're wrong for picking the Chiefs.
This is the
I
best
just
defense that Kansas City has ever had. The Bills haven't faced this defense yet. Have they? Did they play this year? They didn't play this year, did they?
I don't think so.
KC and Buffalo?
No.
I don't think so.
KC and Buffalo?
Mhm.
Yeah, they did play this year. Remember the Mahomes meltdown?
Oh,
Oh.
yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
How could I forget?
Where
Where
Buffalo
the Bills beat the
where
Chiefs.
That's
Buffalo
right. Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
them?
Never mind. Yeah.
You're
Oh
right, that
crap! They did
happen.
beat them earlier,
That
didn't
did
they?
happen.
Oh
Yeah.
crap!
That's why I think, yeah, dude, this Bills team does not look the same as what they did. Like, yeah, they were good against the Chiefs, like they beat them, but they were not the same team as what they are now. This team has
Josh
been on
Allen
a-
chokes. Josh
this
Allen chokes in the
team
playoffs.
has been on a
He just showed that he didn't choke.
He had a
just
perfect
beat-
game against New England. What was it, 2 years ago or something? And then ended up losing to Buffalo literally the week after, or Kansas City. I mean, the week after. I'm pretty sure.
Right, but you can't keep comparing this to the past. Like that's how things happen, how
I'm
things
not.
change, because
You know,
things are
it's
different.
trends. It's trends. That's all I'm saying. I
But there's
trust
no
Andy Reid
actual
and Patrick
Baker
Mahomes over
statistics
Buffalo.
behind it.
Baker Mayfield has more playoff wins than Lamar Jackson does. Does that make him a better quarterback or a better person than Lamar
better
Better
Jackson?
person.
better
Okay,
person, yeah.
We don't need to take their personality.
Like
to this.
personality.
Yeah, personality wise, we're going right to personality because Mahomes reminds me of one of the Muppets.
Well, Lamar Jackson's not even human, so
No, he's not. He's from Mars. And
Right.
Baker Mayfield's from Texas.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield is just a Southern boy.
Yeah, he's from Texas and went to school in Oklahoma.
Yep.
That's all you need to know.
I will say though, if the Lions do beat the Bucks, I think whoever comes out of the Packers-Niners game is going to beat the Lions.
Okay.
no, I got the Niners.
Whether
for the
it's
Super Bowl.
Green Bay or San Fran, I think Detroit's got a better shot, honestly, at beating San Francisco than they do Green Bay.
Hot take. Jake take a
That
little.
is a hot take, but I think in an NFC Championship game,
You know what? The kid
the
might
Packers
be
and
right,
the Lions
actually.
in an NFC
Nah, the
Championship
kid might
game.
be right
Okay, but the
because
fact that it's an NFC Championship game, like it's still a game.
It's
It's
Matt
still just a
LaFleur against the Lions in the playoffs, dude.
right. And then when was the last time the Lions won a playoff game? And what did they do this year? You
They won a
can't
playoff game.
exactly. You can't make your choices based
We'll
off
see.
tradition, based off
there's
trends.
only one team that we can make our choices based off of the past, and it's the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. That's the only yeah. That's
They
that's
are
the
very
point.
consistent.
They are very consistent. Do well in the
Chat,
regular
clip
season.
that. Chat, clip that.
Yeah, it's true. It's a cycle. It's that cycle I'm talking about, that meme cycle,
Yep.
the
Oh
Cowboys
yeah.
cycle. You know
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's
I
true.
actually do.
Yeah.
Right now we are at choked in the playoffs.
Yep.
Buffalo, Kansas City. Any more thoughts?
Chiefs, 30-24 overtime win.
Taking Buffalo
Like I said.
27-20.
Buffalo. Okay, I saw something on Instagram that I want to share with you guys. Now this graphic might have misled me, but I'm gonna go off what the graphic says. There have been 5 quarterbacks to win a playoff game with more than one team. I want you guys to try and name the 5
Like ever?
ever.
Tom Brady,
That's 1.
Peyton Manning,
Baker Mayfield.
That's 2 and 3.
Baker Mayfield. Yep. Jared Goff.
4. Okay, now there's 6.
Um, are these people that like I would know?
What are the ones we've already
Yeah.
said?
You've said Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Baker Mayfield, and you added Jared Goff.
Are they currently playing?
No. Both of them.
Favre.
There's the 4th on this graphic.
What do you say?
Brett Favre.
Mm,
The 5th one. Here, I'm gonna give you guys a hint. Okay.
Okay.
If you guys really remember our SGT episodes, this was Nate's guess for a lot of old NFL trivia.
Joe
During
Montana.
There you go.
Nice.
Yo, high five. Nailed that.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Nice.
Pretty
All right,
good.
that was super lame.
That
All right.
was super lame.
What do you guys think? Are we all good to go?
I think
Did you
so.
want to touch on Strickland Drakus or
Not really. I'm so disappointed in ticket sales, in the ticket prices. No. We'll talk
Okay.
about it after though. Should be a good card, hopefully.
Yeah, okay.
Sean
Yeah.
Strickland and Dreykus are fighting on Saturday.
Don't want to talk any NBA. Don't want to talk about the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves are still in first place in the West.
Yeah, that's true. They are. They've been holding that for like a couple months.
You don't want to talk about the fact that the Raptors head coach had the funniest post-game interview of all
Yeah, I
time.
forgot that happened.
I think we need to talk about this, and then we can wrap up.
Okay.
So Darko Red, how do you say his last name?
I don't know.
Rajakovic. That's how we're gonna pronounce it. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. They were playing the Lakers. I believe it was like last week, something like that, and he was not impressed with the discrepancy of foul shots in the fourth quarter, and very much wanted to let the people know he was frustrated. But did he not say what we're all thinking?
He said he spoke facts.
He did.
He spoke facts.
And like I don't know why, but the way he put it, just it made me laugh every time I saw it. It was
Yeah,
just
he was
like
very
it was like,
spazzy about it.
What did
it's
he
like
say?
Scotty Barnes is all-star caliber player in this league. He drives to the rim with force and with no flopping, and he only gets 2 free throws in the entire game. This is unridiculous. This is unbelievable. This is ridiculous.
Do you have this
Then
memorized?
no, he kept blabbing. He kept
Oh.
blabbing. But the
I thought
funniest
you were
part,
reciting it like word.
no,
for
this
word
part I
for a
will
second.
recite though.
Okay.
The best part of the interview was after his little spiel, he says, and I quote, "If you want to give them a win, let us know beforehand so we don't show up. Because what I saw tonight was totally unfair." That's a fire bar. That's a fire
that was a
bar.
bar. That was a bar. 100%.
Bars.
Bars.
Yeah, he was speaking nothing but facts.
He was speaking from the heart. Like
And what happened? He got fined.
he got a $25,000 fine. I'm surprised he didn't get fined more.
Me too. That was surprisingly low.
Like 25,000, that's not a lot for somebody.
I was saying
who
at least 50.
out the
Like I was
refs.
thinking at least 50.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, fines seem like such a stupid punishment to me because all these guys can afford to put that money away.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt their wallet.
Like that's why they keep doing it, because they can afford it.
Yeah, and these
But
people
still,
know.
$25,000 is still a hefty fine to have to pay.
No,
You're
it
probably
definitely
not
is.
expecting to ever pay.
It definitely is, but he would have known that he was going to get fined by saying that, and he
Yeah.
still did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah, that was all-time Raptors moment right there. Like we're in 30 years, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna be like, huh, you guys remember that time that Darko
As soon as we can learn his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
The greatest Raptors coach of all time.
Of all time. Yeah. When he brings us 4 championships with Scotty Barnes, and when Scotty Barnes retires as the GOAT.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll sit down and say, remember when he totally cussed out the refs for giving him 2 free throws in a quarter? And
We'll
the
say that
Lakers
was the beginning of
23?
his legendary coaching career.
It was.
That was what.
We're 40-something games into his career, and he's already pulling this stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be one of the greats.
Hopefully.
All right. You guys all good to go?
We're good.
All right. Namaste.
Namaste.
Sure.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Everybody have a lovely evening. Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. Good night.
Sure.
Good night,
Morning.
everybody.